Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. I'm once again in World of Warcraft on the Death Knight. We are nearly at level 70, so I'm going to go into Zangarmarsh and crack on with some quests. After that, I'm kind of hoping to get into a dungeon. We'll see how that works out. We should be alright, to be fairly honest. Dungeons nowadays here in Outland tend to be quite easy. But before we get into the video, I just wanted to take a moment to thank everybody who has clicked on this video and has chosen to spend their time with me. I really do appreciate it. So going back to what has been happening, I've basically been working on Hellfire Peninsula, and in combination with dungeons and stuff, I have managed to basically complete all the quests there, and of course I have gained quite a few levels, so that is quite nice. Now that is of course in part thanks to the Joyous Journeys buff, which does help a great deal. Off camera I have also done some leveling here in Zangarmarsh, and of course we have also discovered this little settlement here, this little village on top of one of these mushrooms. So of course we're just gonna keep on keeping on with the quest, trying to get as much done as possible and try to get as much XP really. Hopefully we pull a level here. That would be quite nice. It is nice to be this close to to level 70, and I think I would like to try at least going into a raid before the launch of the Wrath of the Lich King. That would be absolutely nice. So with that said, I'm just going to basically use my mount to try and kind of get around. I haven't yet picked up a flying mount. I'll probably do that at some point. It would definitely make my life easier. Currently speaking, we are still on foot. Now I do have enough gold to be able to actually purchase the flying skill and the flying mount and everything. So as you can see, we've got plenty of quests to choose from here in Zangarmarsh, and just like Hellfire Peninsula, I'm just going to continue going with trying to complete the entire region. Now I don't think I'll be able to fully complete it. We'll see exactly how things work, but basically what I wanted to say is the aim of the game in the long run is to get the Outland Lore Master achievement, which means you have to complete a specific set of quests in each region in Outland, which I probably won't actually achieve until after the Wrath of the Lich King, if I'm honest. So that is something I'll be working towards. I'm probably going to do the same thing with Outland and Northrend. Oh, I kind of butchered that name, didn't I? That is something I am kind of interested in. There isn't really anything specifically interesting as a reward for it, apart from just getting the title of, Northrend Lore Master or Outland Lore Master kind of thing. But on top of that, there is gold to be had, so that is actually a good way to get gold. Now, of course, I do want the highest flight skill, so that is quite important that I do get it. It just helps with farming stuff and moving around a bit quicker and stuff. But when we do get to Outland, two things will be a priority before the flight skill, and of course that will be getting the fast flying skill, and that would be the Outland flying skill, and of course the dual spec. So those are two things that I will have to take into consideration. So with that said, we're just gonna do some quests here, try and see what we need. Okay, I know at one point we need to kill one of these big octopus tentacle squid things. Okay, so I'm just kind of randomly going into a direction right now, trying to follow, I suppose, my mini-map really. Okay, we can do this. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that we have to go through, so really it's one of those situations where I don't really know where to start and where to end it, so we'll just start somewhere randomly. Okay, so we need the Hydras, so might as well just start cracking on with the Hydras, trying to do multiples if we can. It can be, of course, a challenge at times, so I do want to try and kind of group them together with another one. Is that following me? No, okay, they're ranged, so I'm probably going to end up having to... See, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. Am I damaging both? Yeah, I am. That's fine. I do want to try and group them together and do as much damage on them as possible. But yeah, so this can be a bit of a challenge. And that's probably down to the fact that these things also have a ranged attack. So trying to pull two of them at the same time, yeah, it's not going to be that easy, is it? Oh well. I mean, we're here, might as well just kind of swim around the lake. Hopefully I don't forget to basically get some air, so I'm going to have to do some nifty camera movement here so I can actually see what I'm fighting. But hopefully keep my head above the water so I don't drown myself. It is easy to forget to breathe. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Alright. They're actually quite spread out. This thing's far. Thank God we have that grip that we can pull them to us. It does make my life that much easier. On the bright side though, they don't last very long. Okay, we've got some competition here for these hydras. So I guess I'll let that dude just kind of do his own thing, try and find another place to hunt down some hydras. We are doing alright, we've made some progress here. I will be looking at doing some dungeons as well. There is definitely good XP to be had in dungeons still. And like I said, I've basically got to this level by some miracle. Well, I think what they've done is, I think they've reduced the amount of XP required per level here in Northern as a preparation for Wrath of the Lich King. So it does make it a lot easier and a lot quicker to level up. I don't really care much for the eel. So we got 5 of 10. We are getting decent XP. I am liking this. Of course, we do also have that 50% increase in XP from the rested bonus, plus the 50% from the Joyous Journeys. So yeah, we're getting a decent amount of XP here. I'm not really finding very many hydras right now. I am going to persist with it though. I do want to finish off this quest. So this is probably one of the more tedious ones because you have to do some swimming and stuff. Okay. I do wonder what these... Okay, I see what these are. I suppose I could fight these. There we go. So, according to the lore, at least as I know it, the Nagas are actually night elves, to be honest. Apparently that's what the lore says. It's an interesting little story to listen to. But yeah, I never knew that until recently. So I have been listening to like stories about I suppose the characters in the world, it is interesting. Okay, never mind. We did aggro that. Okay. Yeah, so the Nagas were once night elves. But yeah, through some interesting events, they became Nagas.
I don't have a target.
So that is something to know. So basically, if you're a night elf and you're fighting these things, you're fighting your own brethren. Okay, well, we're going to have to wait for this spell to go away. There we go. Okay. I am not getting lucky with these hydras right now. Ah, okay. That's dead. Not very useful to me. Well, I am not getting any luck here. Ah, this is a bit frustrating. There are plenty of eels and some dead hydras, but nothing of the living. Okay, there's one right there. We're going to sort that out. We don't really care much for the eel. Why is the eel just flying? Say what? I didn't know they could do that. Apparently they can. Okay, I can see that. Right, okay, let's try and pull this dude. Get his attention at least. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want him being aggroed by someone else. So, yeah, okay, I'll be taking hits from 2 hydras. And I can only fight one at a time because... Hold on. Maybe. No. That was just wishful thinking. But, yeah, I can only fight one at a time. But once I've tagged them, they're mine. And I don't want another player picking it up, basically. I'm being greedy right now.
It's too far away.
Need to watch my health. We have lost quite a bit of health, courtesy of this wonderful eel. Get rid of the eel and then we can deal with this particular critter right there. There we go. Get a bit of health going on. I do love the blood spec for its own healing. It's pretty neat. There we go. Right, let's find some more of these creatures. I'm just gonna have to do this from the top because it's a lot easier. It's a lot faster. There we go. Well, it is going down pretty decently quick. And it does make a bit of a lion sound. Alright, next one. Right, that's been aggroed by someone. Just avoid it for now. Hopefully we don't get hit by the eels. There we go.
I need to get closer.
Tell you what, these hydras have some really weird heads. There's one down there. That's fine, we can pull it up. Like so. And this should be our very last Hydra, and then we can move on to the next quest. Okay. That is one quest down. And what can I pick up? I suppose we can do this. Yeah, we can do the Naga Claws. We are in the vicinity. I don't have to go too far for it, so might as well. Not very many Nagas.
I need to get closer.
There we go. Try and pull this one out here too. That's one down. And of course, I'm sort of stuck. Bit frustrating that. Come on, let me out. Oh, you ran out of mana, so you had to come and hit me physically. Get back here.
I need a target.
Okay. At least they seem to drop these claws quite frequently, so that's a good thing. There we go. The slave runs away. We don't care much for that. There's a water elemental. Okay, we've aggroed them. Oh, never mind. We seem to have aggroed pretty much everyone around here, so we'll just have to deal with them before we move on. Tell you what, I am definitely enjoying the change of scenery. I was kind of getting bored. I mean, I like Hellfire Peninsula, I really do, honestly. But it's also quite nice to have a bit of a change of scenery. I'm not going to lie, it does make a big difference. It does get boring at just farming the same place over and over again. Okay, got these dudes. I was kind of hoping he'd follow me, but no, that's fine. We'll just pull you here, so I can actually damage both of you at the same time. Okay. I am loving the blood spec. It is one of these specs that just lets you go on and on and on and on. You constantly get heals. It's definitely a good spec. Get back here. I do want to try the, I think it's the Unholy spec. Although with the Unholy spec I need to get used to, when I'll get to that point, I'll need to get used to the fact that I won't have heals unless I can find a way to incorporate heals into it. But yeah, this is definitely a good spec for a tank. You get plenty of heals. Although, to be fairly honest, in dungeons and when you're taking loads of damage, I don't know how useful it is in the sense of, I mean, it does help. It keeps you alive, I'm guessing. We'll see when we get to that. If not, I might have to respec and change the specs. But so far, I'm happy with what I've chosen as far as talent go. But again, I've not really done any heroics, and I've not done any raids, so we'll see when we get to that point. The other problem is holding an aggro. That's the other one that I'm going to have to master, really. Alright, are there more Nagas around here? Oh, yes there are. That's good. As long as they keep respawning, I can keep on killing them and getting them claws. That's what it's all about. Okay, he's run off. So, yeah, we need quite a few claws. Someone else has dealt with a Naga in the far corner there. Okay, well. I was kind of hoping this would be my little hunting ground, but I guess there should be plenty around. Looks like they spawned quite quickly, so, you know, that's a positive. Come on. And they drop the claws quite frequently as well, so that's another good thing. Try and get these dudes grouped together. Beautiful. Alright, we are halfway there with the Nagas and the unidentified plants or parts or whatever. We're nearly finished with that, so we are getting quite a few things. I mean, that is going to help us with reputation. Reputation here is actually quite important. So I might as well start queuing up for some dungeons. I'd like to do a dungeon. I'm going to go in as DPS. Let's do tank as well. Might as well get some experience here. Alright, cool. Let's see if we have anything that's respawned. Beautiful. Oh, hey, got a group invite already.
It's too far away.
It's fine, we can keep on keeping on with this quest until we get a summon. Look at that, full group already. That is nice.
I need to target something first.
I'm just quickly having a look at what the situation is. Also trying to basically see what we have in the group. So seems like I do have some competition for potential bits of gear and armor. Okay, so let's establish what we're doing, because I signed up for quite a few actually. So I think that's the most important thing. Gotta set out the ground rules and stuff. Okay. Loot you. I'm gonna be lazy here and just wait for a summon and just keep on cracking on with these Nagas, because yeah, we need those claws. And there's quite a few of them that we need. Luckily, they do tend to drop them quite frequently by the looks of things. So yeah, let's figure out what I'm doing, what my role is, because I can do both. I don't think my DPS will be that brilliant, but I can definitely do both. I think that's going to be... Okay, looks like I'll be tank then. Yes, seems by the looks of things like I'm going to be the tank in this run. That is fine. I do need some tank experience. And what I mean by that is I need... Oh, hello, here's my summon.
How may I help?
Might as well pick up this quest.
Good luck, friend.
And I can help with the summoning. Coolio. So I guess I'll be DPS for the time being. I can go tank if needed. And, you know, it's good to know who's doing what. It's going to be nice. I do like being a DPS. I don't think my DPS is going to be all that great. Nothing to write home about, but it does help. And it's enjoyable. Like with a tank, you've got quite a few things to worry about when you're doing a run. Especially making sure that, you know, you hold aggro. On top of the fact that you need to basically be careful how you pull things. Saying that, with the... saying that, you know, with the changes to the game as of the pre-patch, dungeons aren't that challenging anymore. Right, well, I'll just follow everybody. I do get confused. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm never sure which dungeon is where. So, you know, I'll just follow the group.
I am honored.
Okay, well, everybody still seems to be here, so I'm not sure what the score is. Might as well check people out. I really like that pole arm, by the way. I've only ever seen it drop once. I went I needed on it, but never actually got it. Okay, we seem to be going in two separate directions. Okay, well, I guess I'll follow this dude. Alright, everybody seems to be going in the same place, so that's fine. Now this should be a fairly easy run. I'm hoping we pull a level in here as well. That would be very good. Alright, well, I guess we go. Now, I did that because I'm confident in my ability to survive this, especially if we have a healer. We should be fine. These guys don't hit that badly anyways. Yeah. I kind of wanted to need that one because of the stats on it, but yeah, I don't want people thinking that I'm trying to steal other people's loot just to sell it, which isn't the case. I never would do such a thing. Now that was a bit silly, wasn't it? You kind of pulled them off your own death and decay.
I don't
Well,
have a target.
looking at the charts there, I'm not the worst DPSer. Now bear in mind that I am DPSing on what would be the tank spec, by the way.
I can't cast that yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, Frost Presence would definitely help you, buddy. It would help you keep aggro. 3 Death Knights in this group. They do hit pretty hard, though. If I'm looking at the priest, now, obviously, I don't know how this priest is, generally speaking, but they do Seem to be doing quite a bit of damage. We are definitely out DPSing the priest. Now this is a bit of a nice dungeon. I do like the color palette for this. The colors used. And I suppose mostly because of the colors, but it does remind me of Darnassus a bit. It's very... trying to think about a word this one. It's very nature-esque. A lot of nature stuff in here. I do like that. There's I mean, like I said earlier in the video, apparently the Nagas were once night elves. There's a full story with what happened and, you know, the first invasion of the Legion and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, how there's a whole story of how they became Nagas.
I need to get closer.
So I guess it makes sense that they do have this whole nature thing. And I guess what I mean by that is, you know, the Nagas being more or less descendant, or yeah, I suppose descendant from the Night Elves, which are all foresty like. I suppose, yeah, makes a lot of sense. They're more like subaquatic type of things, but still, it's nice. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just enjoying the change of scenery and color palette, to be honest. Seeing a bit of green is not all that bad. There we go. Now, I know I am being a bit brave here and kind of not letting the tank do his thing. I'm kind of going in and just aggroing things like a madman. And so the reason for that is just because I know it's not that difficult. Now, if this was a real difficult run, I would stay back, wait for the tank to grab aggro, and then I would go in. Now, being a tank myself, I know how important it is to let the tank get aggro before you actually do anything. It just makes life easier and reduces the chance of actually getting killed, to be honest.
I need a target.
But as it currently stands,
I don't have a target.
these dungeons aren't all that difficult. They really feel like they've been nerfed, if I'm honest. Alright. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not all that familiar with this one. This isn't a dungeon that I tend to do very often, so I'm just kind of going with the tank and kind of giving him a hand here. Trying to take some aggro off him. Okay, I guess I'm the one tanking this one. Fair enough. I can definitely withstand that damage, so... And it does help the fact that I've been encased in a bubble. Really does help that. Okay, I guess we go for these dudes. I mean, that second dude had a bit of a delayed reaction there for a second. Okay, I wonder if we can get by without aggroing these guys. Probably not. Yeah, it looks like we've pulled in everything. It's a good thing I'm also tanking here because, yeah. Uh-oh, we got the boss, by the way. At least that's what I think.
I'm out of range.
Things are getting heated up now. Alright. Try and get rid of the ants as quick as possible before we actually move on to the boss. We definitely don't want the ants burning us down. Just curious to see if I could actually encase them in ice, but that didn't work out. So definitely that doesn't work on bosses. Still fun to try though. Dagger. That's not something that I need. I don't think, if I'm going to be honest here, that anybody actually needs that, but hey ho. I do like the ability to change between presences. Basically, I like the ability of going between Blood and Frost present. It is quite convenient, to be honest. I suppose it's kind of the equivalent of the Paladin's auras, but better. The Paladin has a ton of auras, whereas the Death Knight has, I suppose, I mean, an aura affects everybody, but this is a presence, so it only affects the Death Knight. But I do like the 3 basic ones. Well, 3 that we're going to get, I'm guessing, when we get to level 70. At the moment we have 2, which are the 2 necessary ones, to be fairly honest. Okay. There's no point in letting these dudes go by. We can definitely deal with them.
Not ready yet.
There we go. And his friend will surely follow.
Still recharging.
Okay. Nice little hop down here. I remember the first time I saw this, I was very unsure, just because I didn't know how deep the water was, but it's actually deep enough so you don't get hurt. Okay, we're going to pull these dudes here because they're going to cause problems. Just kind of, might as well get rid of them, to be honest. Best we don't leave these guys alive. Next one. There we go.
I need a target.
Okay, we pulled both groups. This is gonna suck a bit. It's a good thing we're getting all these AoEs in. There's a lot of damage going on.
It's too far away.
There we go. Sorted. That is one quest completed. Only adds to the amount of XP that we get. And I'm just looking at my XP because I haven't actually done that for a while. I wonder if we'll actually get a level by the end of this run. It would be nice, I am not going to lie. grab both of these dudes. It's good enough that the AoE on Death and Decay was about the same size as basically the width of the door. I could grab both of them. Sorry there, folks. Nearly had a yawn, but I did manage to hold it back. Oh yes, I remember this guy on the Death Knight on the Paladin. Not that fun. We did have a wipe here with the Paladin.
I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet.
Wow, the priest has done quite good damage there. Alright, crossbow, something we don't really need.
That's still recharging.
There we go. I did manage to kind of get them all in one go. Saying that, this was actually quite a big group, and I'm also looking at my XP bar. I don't know. We're getting my
That spell isn't ready yet.
Maybe we have a bit of problem now. Tell you what, might as well drop my Death and Decay. And I just realized right now, there's 3 Death Knights, but most often I only see 2 Death and Decays. I wonder why. Like, Death and Decay is quite a big thing. Quite good as well. There we go. I mean, we should be able to pull through this. I can always self-heal, so that's not a biggie. Whoop, here comes the fears. Should have probably waited for the casters to get mana. Get these guys grouped back together. And on the bright side, as we do go through the dungeon, we are also getting reputation points. So it is nice. It's a good way of increasing your reputation with the factions here. It does come in handy because I suppose it's one of those things where you want to get your reputation up so you can get the key to then unlock the heroic versions of the dungeon later on once you get to level 70.
I need to target something first.
Okay. Well, get back here. Get back on the Death and Decay. I suppose this is a safe way. Oh, hello. I have been feared. Oh my god, this is a very, very long fear. Made me run quite some distance there. But I was just going to say, I suppose this is a good way of testing my tanking abilities. I've chose to call. I did it on purpose, by the way. I did say tankiness on purpose, but yeah, it's kind of safe. I know I'd probably annoy the tank by doing this, the actual tank, and I'm not doing it to annoy the tank. I'm just doing it to help speed the run up, but also to kind of get my own experience with regards to being a tank. Oh, hello. We got some more friends here. I think we might have accidentally aggroed a few too many. So in this case, it's a case of let's pray that the healer can actually heal everybody. Now on the paladin, most of the heals are locked behind cast bars, so it can be challenging. Here we are at the end, more or less. Oh, we're gonna have to free that dude up there. Oh, hello. There we go. These guys look like they were in a bit of a rush.
I need to get closer.
And down to go. Right, I'm guessing we're gonna have to pull this dude out of the water, so I'm just gonna go straight for it. Right, come this way, buddy. Come here. I don't want to fight him in the water. It's kind of silly fighting him in the water. High threat. I suppose you can fight him here on the edge. See, I wouldn't have fought him here on the edge. Just means people don't really have an option of where to stand. They're going to be in front of him.
I don't have a target.
Okay. There we go. That is that done. We have also gained an achievement, which is pretty decent. Tell you what, this was a good group. It was fairly simple. No major complications. I actually quite enjoyed it. Also had a chance to do some tanking here, so you know it's always nice to get used to it. I'm just gonna set follow to one of these characters whilst I just kind of relax a little bit, and why not be nosy? You know, inspect people. Looks like this might be a group that wants to do another one. Saying that, we are very close to getting another level. Well, seems like everybody's in agreement. I can definitely work with this group. So the quest should get me to the next level, and if we do another dungeon, then of course that'll be a lot easier. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the quest. We're going to see if people still want to do that, and see how quickly we can do it. I mean, this didn't take all that long, to be honest. It is funny that we have to walk all this way back to get back to the exit, or to get out, really. Might as well let my little penguin follow, my little pebbles. He does have a really weird way of running about. Oh, hello. There's a bit of ore there that I can't yet mine. I'll have to work on that. I think the first priority though will be to get to level 70 and then get my professions sorted out. The idea is I want to sort my professions out before we get into Wrath of the Lich King, so then that way I go into Wrath of the Lich King, or into Northrend basically, with all professions at the ready basically. Wow, this is quite a long dungeon. You don't realize how long it is until you have to walk all the way back. I mean, I suppose my life has been easy. I've just been following the player in front of me. Okay, let's go and hand in this quest. We'll see what people are doing. And if we still have a group, I'll continue recording. This might be a bit of a longish video, but that's fine. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I guess we go on to the next one then. Okay. Guess not. Alright, well, we lose someone there. It's only a DPSer, that's fine. On the bright side, we should be able to do this with 4 men. We don't necessarily need a 5th person. Here we go, Underbog. I guess I will take the lead on it. Maybe? Wait, hold on a bit. 3. There's 3 of us here. So just having one person down, I can see that there is a bit of an increase in the XP, so that's actually going to be quite nice. Alright. Well, on the bright side, they are on some death and decay here. So I guess I know now who wasn't putting down the death and decay. It would have been nice because that means the dungeon would have gone a bit quicker, just because there was a bit more damage on the ground. Okay, drop this as well.
It's too far away.
Oh, somebody's leveled up. And on the bright side, I'm not far from leveling up either, so that's going to be quite cool. I cannot wait. That just means I'm one level closer to that 70, and I am really looking forward to it. Okay, we got this big dude. Now he's definitely focusing on me there. And down he goes.
I need to get closer. I need to target something first.
That group took a bit long to take down. Hold on a bit. Which way are we going? This is one of these dungeons that I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually not sure. It looks like the priest kinda decided to help out a little bit.
I'm out of range.
Okay, I think we go up that ramp. There's like a little ramp that goes up. Alright, okay, you pulled these guys. That's fine. Right, get this big dude. Try and keep him focused on us and away from the squishy casters. It's probably the best thing that we can do right now.
I need a target.
So it does appear like our tank is also a blood tank, so similar to what I'm doing as well. Kind of what I want to go for. I don't know how successful it'll be, but I'm hoping that it will be okay and that I won't have too many problems to contend with. Don't know what the tank's doing. Bit of help would be much appreciated here.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I mean, I'm in blood mode, mate.
I need to target something first.
Okay, I guess we wait for everybody now. Right, we got these big fellas. The tank's really not doing anything, so it's mostly me and 2 casters. He's just whacking a hit from time to time. Okay, here we go. He's back in action. There we go. We're both down. And I did all that on blood. Didn't actually tank it on frost there, which is kind of cool. Just means I can do a bit more damage. Okay, he's not got much left, the boss, until he goes down. Not sure what's going on. I think he might potentially be healing here, you know. There we go. Down he goes. Of course, we got a bit of cloth. Cloth we don't need. Somehow these things decided to aggro onto us. Tank decided to just kind of wander off. Things happen. Oh, might as well get these guys back. Alright, they've been feared. That's a bit annoying. I want to keep these guys grouped together. I can see why the priest did that though. He's definitely not meant to take that amount of damage. Gonna have to help the priest out here because, yeah, we don't want anybody dying just yet.
I need a target.
These big dudes, they actually take a while to take down. I suppose it would have been a lot easier if we had another DPSer here. Would have certainly made a difference with this run. We would have gotten through it a bit quicker, but it's fine. We can do it with what we currently have. It just is a bit slower. I always worry when I do this that the whole group is not going to follow. Then I find myself in a situation. Luckily, that's not been the case. It would suck, and that would teach me a lesson if that were to happen. But like I said at the beginning, the positive side of it is this isn't as difficult as it used to be. I suspect with the pre-patch that there's definitely been a nerf to the dungeon. Yup. I tell you what, even the casters, I mean the healer's doing a bit of damage, trying to at least, which is respectable. I guess I'd be doing the same thing. I mean, this is a good group, to be honest. Oh, hello. We've got another person that has joined the group. A bit late. We have taken out the first boss, and we are about to go for the second boss. Yeah, I just didn't want these guys going back up that ramp, so I thought I might as well take advantage of it. I know I shouldn't have done that. Probably should have waited for the tank to go and do his tanky things, but I just saw them going back up the ramp, and I thought, no, it's best we take them down here whilst they're here. I guess he reconsidered the bad guy. Oh, nope. It's a good thing he didn't have a lot left before he went. Alright. I do wonder if this fifth person will get here before we actually finish the dungeon or get to the next boss. I'm not gonna lie, it will be nice. Oh, hello. Something's happened here. I think the tank's made a little boo-boo here. I'm gonna have to quickly go into tank mode, potentially, to save the situation. Spread some aggro about.
I need a target.
That got a bit hairy there. That could have ended quite badly for an easy dungeon. Okay, so as far as I can see on the minimap, the fifth person has entered the dungeon and should be on their merry way. I guess with the casters filling up their mana bar, it gives them a bit of time to catch up. Might as well eat some buff food here and give ourselves a little buff. See, I would like to open up the mini map, well, to open up the map and see where they are in the dungeon, the fifth person. That's not a thing yet, so guess we just wait for now and pray he's not too far. So yeah, if I open up the map, it just shows me the zone map, not the dungeon map. I think that is going to be a thing with Wrath of the Lich King, so that is definitely going to be a little quality of life change there. It'll definitely make a big difference. Well, I'm waiting here. I might as well do a little bit of inspections here, kind of see what people are packing. There we go, person's arrived. Yay! And this one is a hunter, so that is cool. Well, I can always go and pull if we need to. I do want to get this dungeon over and done with at this point.
I can't do that yet. That's still recharging. I need to target something first.
I would have attempted to walk past these guys. I don't think that'll work, so just go and grab them, get them dealt with. I think they will potentially aggro onto someone, so I think the safest way is just to deal with them. Yeah, here we go. I was wondering where the other Death Knight was.
I don't have a target.
But he does seem to have returned. I was kind of questioning if he's kind of upset that he's not tanking. I mean, he should be happy though, because it's not all on him. To be honest, you know, if this were a proper dungeon, yeah, I could see why this would be annoying. But really, it's not. I mean, it is a proper dungeon, but it's not difficult anymore. What was once challenging is now actually quite a cakewalk, to be honest. And even though I'm in tank mode, I can see both myself and the other Death Knight are doing decent damage, so, you know, it's not like we're really losing out on DPS too much.
I need a target.
Okay. Got this dude. Well, these dudes, there's three of them.
It's too far away.
I'm surprised I'm doing that much damage as a tank, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to want to fight this group over here just because we have that patrol of Nagas there that could potentially cause problems. And we don't want them doing that, do we? And I think with a full group, even if they did accidentally end up getting pulled, I still think we'd be able to deal with it.
I need to target something first.
And speak of the devil, here they are. They did accidentally end up being pulled.
I don't have a target.
Now I did see the boss, which is a Hydra type of boss. So that's kind of cool. We did get decent amount of XP, if I'm honest, from both of these runs so far. There we go. Boss is down. This isn't anything that we actually need. Okay, so I'm kind of confused here. I don't really know where to go right now. I don't think this is the end of it. I feel like there should be more of it. Alright, here we go. Ah, there we go. I can see. There we go. I mean, we seem to be waiting. Okay, here we go. Everybody's here. I guess we move on. Are we sure this? Oh, okay. I see why people are going this way. Never mind. That's another quest completed.
I'm out of range.
I cannot wait to get one of these nether rays. Oh, hello. We got quite a few bugs right now. Okay. I do wonder what the next boss is. Trying to remember, but not really working out the way I want it, to be honest.
I need to target something first.
Alright, we are waiting for people to get their manas up. Quite a few mana users right now in the group. Guess I might as well start it off. Ooh, there's a lot of damage going on. This might have been a mistake here. Oh, this might have been a mistake. This is what happens when you're impatient. But like I said, I do want to get this dungeon done. I think I've had my fill of dungeons for the time being. So it's one of those things. It's nice to combine doing dungeons with questing, and I think when you do too many dungeons, it kind of gets boring and tedious, and you just want to rush them, which is probably not the wisest thing to do.
It's too far away.
I did think there for a second that I was going to kick the bucket, if I'm honest. Maybe I should maybe I should relax a little bit. I mean, everybody seems to be okay. Might as well try and push and get as many of these done in one go. Don't know why everybody's kind of lagging behind. And I am doing a great deal of damage by the looks of it. I am at the top of the charts, but I am also, I suppose, quite high level. And even so, I did get a decent amount of XP from it, so, you know, I'm thankful for it. Okay. Well, I guess I could say that I'm glad that we now have 2 tanks here. It is annoying when he does that though, when he sets down the frost trap. That's actually quite a good thing to have in PvP. Like a hunter in PvP has quite a good set of skills, to be honest. Definitely good for the likes of your rogue. Late. Oh, hello. I'm gonna need on that. Before I do that, make sure I've got space in my inventory. It doesn't mean I'll get it, but who knows? You never know. Might get lucky there. Yeah. Oh well. Congratulations to him. I am a bit jealous of it, but that's fine. I mean, we are going to level up eventually, and it's going to become obsolete anyways, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference.
I need a target.
So right now, I'm going to be honest and say I'm not quite sure which way to go. Looks like people are going down that way, so I guess we follow the group. Oh, hello.
to target something first.
Okay. Here we go. So this was definitely the final boss, maybe? See, I wouldn't have never have known to go this way. And this is why it's good to follow the group. This is why I initially didn't want to tank it either, because I don't know these dungeons that well. So it does help basically coming in as a DPS, where you don't have really that much responsibility, and then doing the actual tanking. But because it's so easy, I mean, as long as I'm pointed in the right direction, we can definitely do it. It's just like when I don't feel confident doing a dungeon or tanking a dungeon that I'm not familiar with. So I think basically that's why I want the dual spec, especially for Wrath of the Lich King. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I mean, I vaguely remember them, but it's not a good memory in the sense of that allows me to be confident to tank it. So what I'm going to do in Wrath of the Lich King is I'm going to go DPS first and then start tanking them. And it's always nice to be able to switch the role up. Although I'll probably tank for the most of it, I do want to enjoy a bit of an easy run as a DPS where you don't really have to worry about too much. Gonna hand this quest in, and let's see how much we get. Actually, let's see what we get from it. What we're gonna choose. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the back for that. And there we go. We have gained quite a fair amount of XP. That is pretty much it for this video, folks. I'm gonna have to take a break. Thank you all so much for joining me in this episode. I really do appreciate it, and as always, until next time, stay safe, folks.